Morning everybody, my name's Peter C. We're here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. And today we're going to be taking a look at this 2025 leisure travel van. This is a Unity 24 TB. So the Unity, while considered a Class C, does not actually have a slide out. So some people would call this a B+ van. The 24 TB stands for twin bed. So this is a rear twin bed configuration that converts to a king. I really love the way they made use of the space in this one. Makes it feel a lot bigger on the interior than it actually is, and I think you'll love it too. But to get started, we'll take a look at the exterior out here. So this is a Mercedes Sprinter 3500 rear-wheel drive chassis. Has a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine. So it's 208 horsepower and 332 foot-pounds of torque. Now, being a diesel engine, you do have to add DEF, so your DEF fill is right here, just every few tanks. And also being a diesel engine means oil changes every 15,000 miles versus every 5 like you might have on a Transit or a ProMaster. So a little less frequency in the maintenance schedule. Coming around the side here, you can see this whole thing is in this beautiful pearl white full body paint. And we'll take a look at some of the exterior storage out here. So this van has 58 cubic feet of exterior storage, which for a Class C this size is great. One thing you'll notice, every one of these compartments is upholstered on the inside. So what's nice about that is it prevents anything from making noise when it's rattling around or scratching anything inside your compartment. One other thing I like to point out here is all of the latches on these are these little compression latches. So you'll see as they turn, they actually pull in. So it'll pull it tight against this gasket in here, prevents any water from getting in, anything from leaking, and prevents any kind of rattles as well. So this is also on gas struts, every single one of these doors, every single one of the compartment doors, so they hold themselves up nicely, very sturdy. Moving back here, this is going to be your wet bay. So your city water hookup, all that fun stuff. Your black tank drain and your gray tank dump are over here. Now up above, I really love the way this storage compartment works. So this is a small pass-through, you can see in the back, about 18 inches of space there maybe. So enough that if you have anything long like skis or anything, you can slide it back there. This compartment actually opens to the bed from above. So this panel will push up and then you're underneath one of the twin beds in there. So it kind of just offers some flexibility in storage. If you want something that'll be accessible from the inside and the outside, you can put it in there. And they also carry the same flooring in here that they do throughout the rest of the coach. Now coming around the back side, this has a molded rear fiberglass cap. Now, one thing nice here I like to point out is that there are 2 separate pieces. Instead of just one full cap, you have a separate bumper. What's nice about that? If you get rear-ended, it's a lot cheaper to replace that one small piece than the whole rear cap. Now, this van has a 7,500 pound towing capacity. You have your backup camera up there. There is a extendable ladder that's stored in that pass-through storage bay that will clip onto the bottom of this ladder and allow you to access the roof. This will be the other side of our pass-through storage bay. More storage underneath here. This is going to be your generator. So this is a 3,600 watt propane generator. It pulls off of your 15.8 gallon propane tank, 30 amp. So this will run everything in the coach. And then in this compartment is going to be our batteries. So this coach has 2 270 amp hour Battle-Born lithium batteries and a 3,000 watt inverter. So you have lithium batteries a propane generator to run this coach, and you also have 400 watts of solar on the roof. Now we'll head on inside the coach and see we have a power step right here. One thing I really like about this as well is this really deep footwell. So I'm a size 10.5 and my entire foot fits in there with plenty of room. So you're traveling, you know, if you're a hiker, you come back with muddy boots or anything, it's the perfect spot to throw them, keep them out of the rest of the coach, and then you can just turn around, sit down on that step, put your shoes on, and head back out. Keeps all the mess right in there. Probably enough room for 4, 5, 6 pairs of shoes in there. So heading into the coach, we'll get started in the kitchen. Now, I really love the way this kitchen is designed. This is one of the nicest ones I've seen in a Class C. So you have a 2-burner gas stove, nice deep sink. You actually have a little trash can integrated right into the countertop. So we just pull that out there. And what's nice about that is if you're cooking on the road, any food scraps or anything you need to throw in there, it'll kind of seal it up, keep the, keep the smell out. Have a little paper towel holder here, which you can slide back and forth as you need. Your spice rack, same thing, completely adjustable. Up above, I really love this. You can see this is about 2 inches deep. This is a perfect cabinet for any spices or pill bottles, any kind of thing you could store up here. It's just another little way to make use of the space. Above the kitchen, you do have a fan vent here. So if you're cooking, it'll suck right out all that smoke, all that food smell if you're cooking in here. And we also have a smart TV and a Bose soundbar in the kitchen. So if you're cooking and you want to watch, football, hockey, you want to watch a movie, anything like that, you can turn on Netflix and watch it right on this TV. So we do have plenty of storage capacity up above the kitchen. All the windows in this coach are going to be opening windows, so we just spin this dial, and that's about the max that they'll open to. Day and night shades on every window. Now, moving over here to the right, we'll look at the lounge seating. So this is seating for 2 more adults. Both of these do have seat belts. So you could seat a total of 4 adults in here if you needed to. But this also converts into a small little twin bed, which I'll show you here. So every one of these is Velcroed in place, which is really nice, so your cushions aren't flopping around on you. Take those off. Lay that out flat. And that's going to be your bed platform. Now the rest of the cushions are stored in the back somewhere, so I'm not going to be able to lay out all of the cushions here, but kind of gives you an idea of how much space you have. It's enough to sleep 1 adult if you need to. And real easy to put back. Just toss these cushions back in place. And then we have a nice swivel table here, which I'll demonstrate as well. So the table is going to be stored in the back under one of the beds. So drop that in there. This is completely adjustable height, so put it wherever you want it to and just tighten it right here. And then we'll just drop this on top. Now you can tighten this as well, so we make sure that's in a good spot. Now this is, you can spin this in whatever whatever direction you want. And as far as tables go, it's actually a very sturdy one. It doesn't shake as much, feels a lot more solid than you have in a lot of other Class Cs. So we'll go ahead and take this down and put it away. So if you know what you're doing, maybe 30 seconds to a minute to set up the table. Now we'll take a look at the cab up here. If you watch a lot of our other videos, you already know a lot of what's on the Sprinter cab, but I'll mention a few things. So this coach does have adaptive cruise control and active lane assist. Both of these driver's chairs are fully upholstered to match the rest of the coach, which is really nice. They're heated as well, and they have 3 memory settings. So they spin around in 360 degrees. What's nice about the memory settings is you sort of need them in a special position to spin them around. So you have to scoot them way forward, lean the seat forward, but you can set one of those memory positions to do that, so you don't have to mess around with it. Now in order to turn it around, I'm just gonna flip that lever and spin it around, and then you have seating for 4 up here, all right with the table. So if you wanna sit here and have dinner with your friends, play cards, whatever it might be, very, very comfortable. And another thing I like to point out about this cab, I love the way they've kind of carried the flooring into the cab. I think they make use of that space a lot better than a lot of other vans do. Just makes it feel a little bit bigger. You know, when you have such a small space like this, anything you can do to make the space feel bigger is better. So heading up above, we'll look at all the storage we have up here. I have one deep storage bin here. You can see I can fit my entire arm in there. We have this compartment. So this has a safe, a little personal safe. So if you're traveling with valuables, you know, jewelry, passports, whatever it might be, you got a nice spot to store it. Now the previous owners left a window shade that goes across the whole front of the cab, and these are all the manuals, but another nice deep storage bay in there. This is going to be your control panel right here. So this allows you to control all the lighting. You can see right now all the lights are on. We can just hit master on, master off. This is our power. So generator start and stop. This does have AGS, auto gen start. This is going to be all of our climate control. So you can control your furnace, your AC. You can set it to night mode where it'll cycle. All that from here, and then we can control our 2 vent fans as well. So the galley fan will be the one we saw in the kitchen, and then the bath fan, which we'll show you in the bathroom. And then your diagnostics panel, you can pair this to your mobile app. So it's the Vega Touch Mira app. You can control almost everything on this from your phone, which is pretty neat. Moving over to the right, just one more overhead storage compartment. And then in the entryway, you're going to have your EQ leveling system. So this coach comes with leveling and auto leveling. So you just press auto level, it'll level itself, and then you can make manual adjustments if you want to. In a small Class C like this, it's pretty unlikely that you're gonna really be able to feel the difference, but you always can. And again, this is compatible with your phone as well. So you can download an app for this leveling system, just press level on your app on your phone and it'll do it all for you. Right here we have our Truma AquaGo controls. So this is our continuous hot water heater for the shower. And then your battery heat. So being that these are lithium batteries, sometimes if it gets really cold, they kind of have a hard time charging and keeping charged. So you'll just flip that on and it'll heat the batteries a little bit to prevent you from having any issues with that. Also in the entryway, we have this really nice coat rack. It's got the Leisure logo on it, a little soft touch panel, so hang all your stuff here. It's not going to scuff up against the wall or anything. One thing we forgot to cover in the kitchen is all the cabinetry. Now this has a ton of storage space in here. So we have our little silverware drawer up top. Right now we have all our remotes in there. Nice deep drawers on the bottom. And then again, a ton of storage underneath the sink. One more compartment there. And then probably my favorite thing in this kitchen is going to be this pull-out pantry. You don't see that a lot. And then this does have a lock, so we just lock it in place so it prevents it from sliding out when you're driving. I have a small convection microwave in here. Another storage cabinet up above, which is very, very deep. Long cutting boards, pots, well, pans, really, anything like that you could store up there. That's where I would store it, is my cutting boards and pans. Have our refrigerator here. As well as a small drawer freezer underneath. So heading back into the bedroom now. First we'll take a look at the bathroom. So I really love this bathroom design. The one thing I love about it is the way this door works allows you to completely separate the space. So you can see now Jody and I are in two completely different homes. Now that's the shower. This is going to be your bathroom. So another fan vent here in the bathroom. You have a storage cabinet up above. And another one down below under your sink. Now if I can squeeze by that door, we'll head into the bedroom. So this is the twin bed configuration. It's currently set up as twin beds, but it is so easy to convert to a king bed. All we have to do is pull this cushion out, lay that open, and drop those two cushions in place. And now we have the king bed. So this enables you now to sleep east to west if you wanted to, versus north to south like you would on the twin beds. And again, it's so easy to set up and take down. You just pull those cushions off in the morning, fold that up, and throw our cushion back in place, and you're done. So as far as storage back in the bedroom, you have one right here. They really make use of the space wherever they could find it. Have some long, deep storage drawers on either side of the bed. Then we have two wardrobes as well. So good hanging for, dresses, sport coats, anything like that you might not want to get wrinkled. And then tons of overhead storage in the bedroom as well. You'll see this back part actually passes through around into here, so even more little cubby back there for you. Another one right there. That's the other side of that pass-through I was showing you. Little spot for storage in between, so again, you could probably put, little pill bottles, whatever, skincare items, anything small like that, you need to go up there. Then we have the same exact storage on this side of the bed that we saw on the other side. Now, the previous owners actually had custom sheets made for these twin beds that they were generous enough to leave behind. So whoever has this van next will get to take advantage of that. Again, we have day and night shades in the bedroom and opening windows, same as we had in the kitchen, just on this little wheel. You can open the windows all the way across in here and get a nice, cross breeze. Now we also have underbed storage in both of these. So we just lift up the mattress here. This is going to be where our table lives. And I love that the gas struts on this are actually strong enough to hold up the bed. A lot of the time you see them and you still have to hold it up even with the struts, but this, I'm not even touching it and it completely holds it in place. So a little bit more room for storage in here. And that's just shows you where the tanks are. Little access port there. And then on the other bed, this is going to be the one that accesses that storage we showed you from the exterior. So this is your bay that will also open into the exterior out there. So again, you can put things in here that you can access from inside or outside the coach if you need to. Now, one neat little detail. This is the 60th year anniversary, so it comes with these nice pillows with this leather cover that has the little 60 logo on it. It's a pretty neat little thing. And then we do have two more little storage drawers in the middle. Now the dimensions on this coach are going to be 25 feet and 1 inch long. It's going to be 8 inches wide and 10.5 feet tall. Your capacities are 36.5 gallons of fresh water and 35 gallons of gray water and a 30.8 gallon black tank. And again, 15.8 gallons of propane. That's pretty much going to wrap up our tour for today. Oh, actually, we'll take a look at the bathroom as well because we forgot to take a look at this side. So this is going to be our shower. Now this is a really nice shower. I'm 6 foot. I can completely stand up in here because of this little skylight. So, still probably another 6 to 8 inches of room of headspace in here. And the shower head's actually at my head level, not hitting my neck. So that's nice too. You have a little door. So no shower curtain in this, which is a nice feature. And then also with the bathroom, this is what I really enjoy is the way this opens up, you now have one big bathroom. So if you're on level ground where this door is going to stay open for you, this kind of turns this into your whole bathroom. Makes it feel a lot bigger than like you're going to get in a normal Class C van. All right, that's going to wrap up our tour for today. Again, my name is Peter C. My phone number is 719-799-8357. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call or text, and thanks for watching our video.